Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video, we're going to have a look at the new Relic. So the Mystic Forge is up. We can go ahead and claim our Blacksmith's Gifts as well. Ooh, not bad. I'll take those. Take those, take that, take that. Take that as well. Oof. Oh, yeah. No. We're still going. Flipping heck. Spend a total of 10,000 diamonds already today. Oof. Gross. So let's go ahead and unlock some more diamonds because no doubt we will need them. And then we can jump into Forge Relics. So let's have a look at Oceans Maw, sorry. So Oceans Maw, let's have a look at the skills here. So let me move my big head out of the way. Deals 62% damage and 20,000 relic damage to 3 random enemies. That is not bad at all. And then at 10 stars, damage dealt increased to 76%, so not too much of a jump, about 15% increase in attack, plus, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 866,000, so not the highest that I've seen. I've seen much higher relic damage at final star level, but it is what it is. Now, this is Deep Sea Blast. We'll move on to that in a sec. Here we go. So, first things first, it is a restore 100 relic energy points, so and increase the attack of all allies by 10% for 2 rounds. That is good. That is good straight off the bat. No two ways about it. Let's put this back up here. There's no two ways about it. That is a good first effect. Increasing attack by 10%, very, very strong. So just getting this to 6 stars, I think would most definitely be worth it, especially because of the restore 100 points of energy. It is Dooms and Ethereals. So I believe this is the first relic that does restore 100 points of energy without being Glorian or without being Avenger. So for me, yeah, very, very strong, very powerful relic, and one I think that you should be summoning for. Now, this is 2 stars, so unlocks. So level 1 unlocks at 2 stars. At the start of each round, applies Moonlight to all enemies for 1 round. Moonlight, it detonates after taking damage 15 times, regardless of source, taking an additional 700% relic damage. This can only be triggered once per round. So if you are doing if you are damaging the enemy 15 times, say for example with Eudora, say for example with Reflect damage, can be a very strong, very powerful ability. But it's that triggering 15 times. Now, at 6 stars, the number of hits required to trigger the detonation reduces to 10, so much, much easier to get. Especially considering you're attacking 5 times as well per round, so should be very, very easy to get. And the number of detonations is increased to 2, so you'll be doing 1400% additional relic damage when this does trigger, if you get it up to 6 stars. It's okay. I think more damage on a relic is not necessarily exactly what we want, but it is a very powerful relic nevertheless because of this 1-star ability. Now the final ability increases detonation damage to 200% with a 50% chance to apply stun for 1 round. Very, very strong. Will increase. So if you have it up to 6 stars or up to 7 stars, the detonation damage is increased to 1100%. That is brutal. Going from 100% to an additional 1000%, that is brutal. That is going to do a ton of damage. That is crazy. That 7-star ability. So you want to get this to 7 stars for it to be truly effective. But as it stands at the moment, I think just getting this at 6 stars, if you are free to play, will do you very good. Give you more options when you're team building. So just something to keep in mind. The final, so this is for Season 7, increase the max HP of all allies by 10% in Foggy Coliseum and Clash Domain. Effect only valid during Season 7. Unlocks at 5 stars is max HP increased by 20%, and then at 9 stars max HP is increased by 50%. So let's jump into our summons. Now I've only got 8 at the moment, so we're just going to jump into Premium. We're going to pick up 25 of these to get our first summon, and something that I think that you should be aware of as well is Oath Crystals. So Oath Crystals, when you go ahead and you can pick them up. They are a 1-for-1 of your currency, I believe, or they should be. So we jump into Recharge, go into the Common Shop, go into Crystal Packs. Available here, as you can see, 99 Oath Crystals for 99p, 499 for 499, etc, etc. So you can get 1 for 1. If you are going to be buying oath crystals, I would suggest going through the website because you get an additional 10%. So if you were to buy, say, £5 worth of oath crystals via the website, you would get an additional 50 oath crystals. If you were buying £100 worth of oath crystals, you would get an additional effectively 999 oath crystals. So an additional £10 for free, really. So it's just something to keep in mind. Now we've got Oceans Maw selected. Do I think that you should get this to 6 stars? Yes, I do, but I think you should do it this way. And I think that actually the relic that you should be going for really would be Flame Banner. My current star level for Flame Banner is 3 stars, so I need to get it up an additional 2 levels in order to really get it to kick off properly. But again, I'm going to go for Oceans Maw this time, and then we'll just have to see. So we'll get our forges in here. Hopefully, we'll get up to 2 stars, so we can go ahead and test that out. But as it stands at the moment, 1 star is going to be good enough for me, I think. So we get a Chaotic Eye, meh, that'll convert into crystals for me. So we get 2 of these. No, unfortunately not. Let's go ahead and check. No, so we get Excalibur, is what it is. What I might do, bear with me, just going to pause and then we'll be back in a sec. And here we are back again. So as you can see, I've got 43 more crystals now, or summoning crystals, forge relics, whatever you want to call them. So let's go ahead, jump in, and let's go ahead and see whether or not we can get a copy of this relic, a second copy anyway. It's just such a shame that there's no rebate on this one. So there we go, we got Oceans Maw, we got a second copy of it. We'll be going through that in a little bit. And we'll see what it's like at 1 star, and then we'll see what it's like at 2 star as well. So we are going to keep forging. It's very unlikely we'll get a third copy in as many relics yet, so as you can see. But we do have 96 out of 50. So let's go ahead, jump into our relics, and let's get this new relic leveled up. I'm not going to advance just yet, except I did just go ahead and advance. So we're going to test it out, 2 stars. My apologies. What I wanted to do is enhance, not advance. So we're going to go power this up all the way to level 100, and then we will see just how effective this can be. Now we do have the secondary passive as well, and the secondary passive does look interesting. So at the start of each round, applies Moonlight to all enemies for 1 round. So effectively, what we need to do is hit them 15 times with our units. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll have to see. So we'll jump into Lost City. Here we go, and let's go ahead and build ourselves a team. And I will be back shortly. Here we go. So I've got a reasonably standard Ethereal's team. So I've got Eudora, Katrina, Elisha, Karnak, and Wukong. We do have Oceans Maw in this first slot, and then we'll jump into the Gourd as well, and then we'll jump into the Whip. So we'll just see how effective this really is. So this is once around, this Moonlight synergy gets applied. We'll have to see. So I don't know if it's already been applied as is, but we did do a fair amount of damage here. The reason that I've included Katrina, by the way, I want to test out whether or not this Maw works specifically. Yeah, I was just hoping for more hits from Wukong, to be honest. I wanted to see whether or not Katrina's attack, so her ultimate damage, I wanted to see whether or not that triggered this effect. So we can see Eudora doing all of these hits here. We haven't applied Moonlight damage just yet. Hopefully we'll get to see that, but I think 15 is quite a high threshold for this. So Wukong going to do some damage here. Going to take out enemy Baal, and a miss there unfortunately from Solomon, which is a bit of a shame. So does Katrina proc this? I don't know. I can't see it. I don't think it's super visible. Might be better with Dooms, but we'll see. Ooh, even got a quest done. Right, okay. But for me, it's doing what it needs to do. It is an Ethereal's Doom's Relic, and it just getting it to that 6-star mark, just to trigger the 100 relic energy is good enough for me. I think getting this relic specifically from those 25 summons is more than good enough. So we'll see this team again, and then what we'll do is we'll jump into a Dooms team setup next, and we'll just see how effective it can be in a Dooms team. Now we do already have a Dooms relic. It's very, very strong, very, very powerful Doom's Relic, but it doesn't include Ethereal, so it is what it is. Now, this is at the start of the round, so we've already technically applied this. Is there a trigger for it? Is it this? No, it's the freeze effect, that. Healing Rupture and Moonlight, there we go. A Moonlight mark bestows the Oceans Maw, so they have already had it applied, and we are looking for as many hits on these guys as possible. We need to do 15 sources of damage. I don't know where that's going to come from. Maybe Wukong can do it here? No, so no crits this time, unfortunate, but it is what it is. And Katrina, is she going to do any damage here? So we do get the kill, but we don't trigger Wukong because Katrina has never triggered Wukong. Just something, a little Nombo there, effectively. We do trigger Wukong this time from Eudora, though. Eudora, hopefully, to finish things off, but we didn't do the 15 damage. No, we didn't. I think it's going to be very, very tough. Very, very tough indeed to trigger that passive. I think it'll alleviate when you get it up to that 6-star mark, when it reduces it down to 10, or 10 hits of damage, but it's not... I don't think it's very feasible to do 15 sources of damage per round, unless I'm missing something. If I am, let me know down below in the comments. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a Dooms team, and funny enough, we can keep the relics the same. So we're going to put Arthur Dahlia in here. Let's go ahead and pop in Doris, and we will pop in Ophelia, and then one more. Let's go with Ayushta. And let's see how this one does. So we'll see how Reflect, or if Reflect can trigger this damage here. So they'll be getting one instance of damage per attack, plus all of the relic damage as well. Yeah, so it looks like Baal took a fair chunk of damage there. We got the Reflect damage in as well. I don't know. This relic is going to require a lot more testing to be able to get it off as we want to. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be really tough to get that second part. The first part I absolutely love. I think it's phenomenal. Having an Ethereal Dooms, it's going to be so good in seasonal content, and not even in seasonal content, but also in non-seasonal content, non-seasonal PvP, which is where we're going to jump into next. After we've finished with these Dooms, we're going to jump into seasonal PvP as well. So we do get the switch up here. Everybody changed places and all that. And now Dahlia can switch with Ayushta, but it don't matter. Arthur's going to finish things off. Yeah, I am unsure about this second ability of the relic. I think getting the higher star level for that bit to trigger is going to do massive damage, especially that sort of 7-star damage. That is going to be tremendous, really is. So let's go with, I know Ariana doesn't allow teams. I don't think Back Van Fee allows teams either. Let's jump into Arena. Let's have a look. So looks like Sand has beaten me. So let's jump into lineup and retake our place as number 1. What I'm going to do, we've got teams here. I think this team is going to lose big time, but we'll just have to see. So we'll go ahead, change out our relics. We're going to go Oceans Maw. We will go with... let's try Gourd, and then let's try the Demon Blade Whip. And on this one, I think this is fine, but what we will do, we'll take out the Plague Bow, and we'll pop in Chest instead. And then we'll jump in. We'll see how this first team does. Again, I'm not super excited about this first team. It just depends on how many freezes Eudora gets, really. So we did get a few freezes, so very strong. But it's really powerful. This relic, I think personally, it's really powerful. Especially given, we even reflected freeze back. That's not bad. But especially given that what we're looking for on this team is not specifically for more damage. I think what we need on this team, and debuff reflection again, not bad. But I think what we need on this team is, we needed a way to trigger. We needed a way to trigger that. The relic damage. So just something to keep in mind. And hindrance been applied. What a shame, because we killed the enemy at the front here. So all of those crits go into waste. But at least we got the enemy team frozen. And we're going to be slowly catches the monkey. Hopefully we're going to start to win. Now, there we go, so max HP. It looks like Arthur's passive ability cannot stop hindrance, which is quite impressive actually. And then Dali here, hopefully to finish off enemy Gaia. And then we've just got the 3 left. Eudora standing strong still, of course. Hindrance also been applied, real pain. But now no longer, because it only lasts for 1 round. So we'll take that. There we go, and we froze Eudora again. We've still got this Moonlight applied, but I just don't see how we're going to get 15 attacks on 1 unit specifically to get that additional damage and the extra value from the Oceans Maw. I don't see it. I may be wrong. Probably am very wrong. Probably really easy way to trigger it, but I just don't see it. So it looks like we've won. And what we'll do is we're going to finish the video there. Let me know what you think of Oceans Maw. Will you be summoning for it, or are you gonna give this one a skip? I suggest not, because this is really strong at 6 stars. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day.